roamed through the supermarket, trying to find something, trying to find an illusion she could live for a moment, clothes she could wear, and imagine where she would wear them in a different time, in a different space, surrounded in a different environment. Just wear them, just for the sake of a fancy, for a moment, and for your soul relief that this world you are living is bearable at all, or that you make your life bearable, even if it is for seconds, for moments, but it is worth it. It is worth every illusion you live in it, that you make your life bearable. Every superhero scene you concoct in your brain, in your mind, it is necessary for you to move on, to live on, to give your life purpose. Even if you dream most of your life, even if you live illusions most of your lives, yet you still follow the necessity of survival, the necessity what mundane people before you imprinted all over. History books imprinted all over place have embedded in this culture just to survive. Don't look at it, don't follow it. Look away, but survive. Imagine a world where everything would be different, where everything would be good, but survive for the sake of surviving. Go on. It doesn't matter how you reach your goal of becoming old, just old. This is all you need to do, just become old. Succeed in just becoming old, succeed in just surviving. No matter what you want to do it. And you will be successful, and of course, and these are those sweet moments in our lives which we are detached from reality, where we live just an illusion, where we would be even immortal, where we maybe could end it all just for seconds, even for minutes. We live in these great illusions, in these great daydreams, just to escape this brutal, mundane reality, this boredom, this a dead end which we came to understand that we cannot help us, that we cannot escape from it, that our lives follow circles like those planets around the sun. You cannot change it. This is what we became aware. This is what we understood more and more when we grew up. You cannot escape those circles. You cannot escape those walls. You cannot escape those beaten paths. You follow them, and it is easier. It is easier to survive while following those beaten tracks. It is easier. Maybe she looked at me in difference. Maybe she just tried to find in my eyes the mundane life people have been living all along, and I was different, interestingly different. She didn't know that I was living a stupid daydream. She didn't know that I had concealed myself from a boredom because of an idea, because of illusions of me becoming one day a superhero. I hoped that I could one day escape this. She didn't know that. Maybe this was what she saw in my eyes. Maybe this was what she was fascinated about. Maybe. But in her face, in this beautiful face, these beautiful lips, these beautiful cheeks, this hair was just hanging down her ears. The hair was curled around her ears. In this beautiful face, there was no chiding. There was no disdain. There was no distaste. There was interest. She would just look at me, roam through my soul. Maybe she saw something in me, something I have never detected in the mirror. Maybe she saw something fascinating. And then she did something remarkable. She did something unimaginable. She took my hand. She took my hand and she ushered me inside the home. She ushered me in this new place. She ushered me to a world beyond. She ushered me away from my home, from illusions of the past, from lives I thought worth pursuing, ideas I had about my life, thoughts which I thought worth pursuing, which could give my life any meaning. And she ushered me inside, in this home, in this dark space. It was new, it was thrilling. I could feel my heart beating. I feared that she would notice my discomfort, my embarrassment. I feared that she immediately would notice that I'm not the one who she probably thought who I am. She probably thought that I'm an interesting man, that I'm someone who has not lived, who is different. I wanted her to keep this thought, maintain this thought. I want to support and bolster this misconception. I didn't mind. I think for the first time in my life, I wanted to feel this perception. What other people had for me. I wanted to be this unusual person. At least this is what I thought she was thinking. I wanted to be this extraordinary human being. Just to feel something. Not to dream passively of becoming a superhero. What if I could be just this normal but extraordinary human being? What if I could just be normal but yet still different? A normal man who is extraordinary. How does this sound? Does this sound different? Her hero. Someone whom she has been waiting for. Someone whom she immediately noticed. And maybe she followed me. Maybe she was waiting for me. Maybe she thought of me. Maybe she was desperate as well, and she leads me inside. She leads me into her home, into this dark place, into the void. And I was struck by it. I was tittering. I was still. I didn't know what to say. Words was failing me. My mind was failing me. If I recall, I didn't have even one thought. I just stared at her. I just stared at her hand, holding my hand. I just stared at these beautiful eyes, hairs ruffled by the wind. I saw her shoulders, this beautiful body. I saw her holding my hand. I just stared at her holding my hand and carrying me inside, like she wanted to protect me from the world outside, like she feared for me come inside. All her gesture with every thread. I just felt a beating of my heart, a relief. I think in retrospect, I felt a relief that I don't have to go back, a relief that I maybe have a place to go somewhere, someplace, someone. I could be someone. I could be anyone. I just followed her hand, these shoulders, and they led me into a new world. The home was new for me. It was alien, but it was in a way I did not feel alien anymore. I felt part of it. I felt that this is something new, something behind the ordinary, something probably ordinary people have never went in. Mundane people never expected about these areas of the world. This is not what the script is made of. This is not what normal people knew about mundane life. Circles have not came here so far. They have not written the script and how to behave in these situations. This is new. This is thrilling. This is beyond the ordinary. Something unexpected. Something for extraordinary people. Something you cannot make up and yet think that you have made it up, and then it is all the same. It is all these previous mundane lives, all these previous stories. This is different. It is unique. It is beyond your expectation. It is beautiful in all its in all its disarray, in all its chaos, in all its chaos, in all its ugliness. It is beautiful because you did not expect it. You did not saw it. You couldn't have fathomed it. It is beautiful because it is out of the ordinary. Because layers of boredom have not clocked it. It is beautiful. Because it is imperfect. It is unique. It is beautiful. Because you don't see or know how it began. You didn't have inherited. You haven't had inherited the notion how it might have begun, how this beauty might have started, how everything has started. It is new. It left your mind to wonder how it might have came about. It is not something people have already talked about in the past. It is something new. And it has no end inside. Nothing you could have known. Nothing you can anticipate from all those stories, from all those life circles which have been living all this time. It is beautiful because for the first time you don't ask yourself how many people went past here, how many people lived here. You don't care what these people thought about this. You don't care about other people, about other people's thoughts. It is new and it is beautiful because it is not dragged down by the weight of the history, by the past, by boredom, by all the same lives which have been living before. It is unique, and in this uniqueness it is beautiful, like a beautiful name given to a beautiful creature, and this name in combination with its beauty expresses its uniqueness. No one ever before lived like this, looked like this, had feeling like this. It is beautiful because those feelings, those ideas, they are mine. They are not someone else's thoughts. They are just genuinely mine, my belief. My heart pounds, and my heart is in her hand. My heart throbs in her hand, and she ushers me in this home. It is beautiful because it is mine. It is entirely mine, this moment, this feeling, this lostness, this muteness, my speechlessness, my embarrassment. It is all mine, and that's why it is beautiful.